Shavua Tov, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to Havdalah. It seems that the weeks are flying by so fast that it's already been a week since the last Havdalah. Sometimes I find it very hard to believe. So much happens and yet it goes so quickly. It was wonderful opening up my phone after Shabbat and being greeted by messages from people all over the world, a lot of people that I really don't know, friends of friends, and some people just that might have stumbled on our page by chance. And the messages are so lovely, really, and I'm so appreciative that there are people around the world who are finding comfort and enjoyment by what it is that we are doing as a community. And the other thing that I brought home really is how small our world is. It sounds cliche, but in this world of technology and globalization, it really feels like we're one big village. And distilling that even further into the Jewish people, it really feels like our village is getting smaller and smaller and more intimate. And the blessing that brings is quite incredible because it offers such hope and closeness and a sense of family at times that are challenging. We couldn't read Torah this afternoon. We would normally have read at the Mincha service Torah for the next week. Next week's parasha is Emor. But having just reading through the parasha, one of the things that struck me in a parasha that could be seen as relatively dry, one of the things that God commands Moses to do is to mark periods of time, Mikra'e Kodesh, calling out periods of holiness, sanctification, separating between the mundane and the holy. That's really what holiness is. It's a sanctification and separation. And I suppose the message that I was dwelling on that I wanted to share with you is that somehow time has a certain importance that even space doesn't carry. And in our tradition, that has been proven true so often. If we would have had to rely on place in order to remain a people, a nation, we would have died out long ago. Sadly, we were dispersed, we were exiled numerous times, our temple was destroyed twice, and we found ourselves all over the world as we do today. All over the world, Arba Kanfot Haaretz, the four corners of the globe, we find ourselves, and yet it's the traditions, it's the time, it's the festivals, it's the Pesach, Shavuot, Sukkot that has kept us, Shabbat, that has kept us together as a people. Had we relied on the place, we would have found ourselves in deep, deep trouble. Yes, Israel remains central, and we celebrated last week in the most brilliant way, I thought, virtually. So many different aspects of Yom HaAtzmaut. The schools did them extremely well. As a community, we came together. I joined in communal celebrations all over the world, virtually, and it was a joy. And Israel remains the forefront of our focus in place, together with the lands in which we find ourselves. We are lucky to find ourselves as Australians in such an incredibly tolerant civilization and society. And I know that many people around the world are very comfortable in the places in which they find themselves. Yet Israel does have a special place. But time, Mikra'e Kodesh, those callings of holiness, those special pockets of time. In fact, it's just reminded me, one of my very close friends, Arun, who lives in India, who's been our tour guide on the many trips that we've led, Arun always talks about creating pockets of happiness. And don't you think it's a beautiful expression? Pockets of happiness. Finding those little moments of happiness that remain with us, that hook us onto that memory and that experience forever. Memory really thrives on experience. We remember things that enter us in our hearts. And that is what Hashem was trying to do. And that is what Hashem was teaching us. Take moments in time, those moments of holiness, like Havdalah that we're about to do now, and use those moments as a hook to build our spirituality and our devotion to God. So with that in mind, I thought that I'd set the scene tonight. Each week I try and do something a little bit different. Tonight our theme is a night of roses. Those people who are in Melbourne would know that outside it's really cold. It's been a cold day. And if we develop an image in our minds of a beautiful warm evening, strolling through the park with the smell of roses, shoshanim, permeating our nostrils. What a beautiful way to start the week, to separate Shabbat from the modalities of the week that is about to occur. And we hope that it's a great week and that it's a happy week and that it's a healthy week, most importantly. So let's light the candles and let's hope that what I recorded yesterday actually works. Let me see. So far, so good. Sing with me. Even hum. Hine el Yeshuati, eftach velo elcha, ki ozir bezimrat Adonai, va'elin Yeshua, ushavtem ha'ayim, besaso mimayne Yeshua, Adonai Yeshua, alamcha v'chatecha se'era, Adonai tzvaot, imanu, miskabelanu, Elohei Yaakov v'Sera. Adonai tzvaot, ashrei adam boteach bach, Adonai Hoshia, melech yaneinu v'yom kopureinu, la'Yehudi, ha'eta ora, v'sason, v'simcha, v'sason v'yikar, Kaye tihye lanu, Kos Yeshua Tzah, O Hashem, Adonai Ekra, Sabri Maran Rabunan. Baruch atah חושך בין ישראל לעמים בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה ברוך אתה אדוני המבדיל בין קודש לחול שבוע טוב, שבוע טוב. Have a beautiful week, everybody. Look after yourselves. Take care. See you soon.